Duino Elegies by Rainer Maria Rilke, translated by Vita Sackville-West and Edward Sackville-West, read by Arthur L. Wood. The first elegy. Who would give ear among the angelic host, were I to cry aloud? And even if one amongst them took me swiftly to his heart, I should dissolve before his strength of being. For beauty is nothing but the birth of terror, which we endure but barely, and enduring must wonder at it, in that it disdains to compass our destruction. Every angel is terrible, and thus in self-control I crush the appeal that rises with my sobs. Of whom, alas, of whom shall we have need? Neither of angels nor of men. Already the sagacious animals have found us out, how little at our ease we live and move in this intelligible world. Maybe we keep the image of some tree that hangs above a slope, that daily we behold, or we recall the path of yesterday, and our indulgence to the constancy of some dear habit that remained with us, so well contented with our company that it went not away. And night too, the night, when winds from space ravage our brows, the gently disenchanting, much longed for night, wearily imminent for lonely hearts, this must remain for all. Is night to lovers kinder? They, alas, do but disguise their fate with one another. Have you not learned that lesson? Cast away emptiness from your arms into the space we breathe. The birds may feel a wider air, perhaps, beneath their spiritual wings. Yes, springtime needed you, and many a star beckoned that you should mark it. In the past a wave was lifted up, a violin, even as you came past the open window, sounded a note. And that was all ordained. Ordained. But did you gain the mastery? Were you not ever wrapped in expectation, even while your beloved did declare all things to you? But where will you bestow her? For strange and powerful thoughts go in and out, even at night, persisting in your mind. But if the spirit moves you, sing of lovers, famous their passion, but not yet sufficiently immortalized. Almost you envy lovers who have been deserted, deeming them tenderer by far than those whose love was satisfied. Ever again, renew the estimate incalculable. Consider how the hero saves himself, makes even of his downfall an excuse, a pretext for his final resurrection. But nature, spent, takes lovers back again, back to herself, as were she powerless to fashion thus a second time. Have you thought earnestly about Gaspara Stampa, and thought how any girl who lost her lover, evoking that extravagant example, might cry, I would be even as she was? Shall not these oldest of all griefs at last bear fruit for us? Is it not time that we who love should free ourselves from the beloved, and quivering, resist? Most like the arrow that strives against the bowstring, gathered up, that in its leap it may transcend itself. Nothing which is static. Voices. Voices. Listen, my heart, as once the early saints alone knew how to listen, when the mighty summons upraised them from the earth. But they, intractable, knelt on and heeded not the call, so ardent was their hearkening. Not that you could endure to hear the voice of God, no, far from that, but hear the drifting, the sempiternal tidings born of silence, speaking from every dead young man to you. Did not the fate of Naples and of Rome speak softly to you in each church you entered? Or some sublime inscription glow for you as recently the tablet in the church of Santa Maria Formosa? What do they want of me? By slow degrees I must appraise the semblance of injustice, which sometimes hinders, though it be but little, the gesture of the spirit of the dead. How strange it is to live no more on earth, to make no further use of customs learnt, no longer to attribute to the rose or anything of fair especial promise a metaphor of human destiny, to be no longer that which once we were in over-fearful hands, to throw aside even our personal name, a broken toy. Strange, to desire no more the consummation of our desires. How strange to see all things related to this earth float free in space, and death's a weariness so overcharged with incompletion that we slowly come to the concept of eternity. Yet all the living fall into the error of over-sharp distinction. I have heard that angels may themselves be unaware whether they move amongst the quick or dead. The eternal current sweeps all ages on through both these realms and dominates in both. Those who were called away in early youth have no more need of us. Detachment comes as we outgrow the mother's gentle breast. But we who need great secrets, we to whom sorrow so often means a blessed progress, what should we be without them? Is that legend empty which tells how once in the lament for Linus through the barren stupor burst music, audacious, new, and space aghast suddenly and eternally invaded by youth well nigh divine, first trembled to that vibration of the emptiness which draws us still and comforts us and helps us.